In this video, we're going to take a look at an IV drip rate problem. So we're looking really at a flow rate. So our physician has ordered a liter of lactated ringer to infuse at 83 milliliters per hour, and the IV tubing delivers at 15 drops per milliliter. We want to figure out what is the flow rate, which is the number of drops per minute. So notice this GTT really means drops. Okay, so don't be weirded out by that. That just means drops. Okay, so what we need to start with is figuring out at what rate is it being asked to be infused at, right? So this 83 milliliters per hour is what we are being asked for. So you start with that. So 83 milliliters over 1 hour. So I go ahead, instead of just saying milliliters per hour, I say 83 milliliters for 1 hour. Then I say, okay, I need to get that into drops per minute. So I need to turn milliliters into drops, and I need to turn hours into minutes. I'm going to start with the hours because I know in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. Notice that what I've done here is I put 1 hour on the top of the fraction and 60 minutes on the bottom of the fraction. I do that because 1 hour and 1 hour, the hours can cancel if there's the same thing on top and bottom. And then that way, when I multiply by this 1 hour over 60 minutes, I have gotten rid of hours and I have turned them into minutes. So now I have milliliters per minute, which is closer to what I want, because remember, I want drops per minute. So now I need to turn the milliliters into drops. So they told me there are 15 drops in 1 milliliter. Okay, so 15 drops, 1 milliliter. Okay, so I need to put one of these things on the top of the fraction and one of them on the bottom of the fraction. Because milliliters is currently on the top and I want to cancel it out, I'm going to put milliliters on the bottom of the fraction over here. So I have 1 milliliter. That's going to cancel with this milliliter in a second. And that's, again, 15 drops. So I can now cancel this milliliter with this milliliter. And my units that are still there, I have drops on the top per minute. And that's what I was aiming to get. So I know that I've done the correct work in order to get my final answer. So now we just multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom. So on the top, I have 83 times 1 times 15. 83 times 1 times 15 comes out to be 1,245. On the bottom, I have 1 times 60 times 1, which is 60. And we know that our unit is going to be those drops per minute. Now we're going to go ahead and do this division. So we do 1,245 divided by 60, which gives us 20.75 drops per minute. Remember, you always need to round to the nearest whole number. Whole number means to the nearest ones place. So in this case, that is the 0 spot, okay? The number there could either be 0 or it could be a 1. Now, to decide which one it is, you're going to look at the number directly following it, the 7. The 7 makes the 0 round up to a 1. Or anytime that digit after the one you're rounding to is a 5 or greater, you round up. So our final answer here is 21 drops per minute.